So for the first recipe, we're gonna need some vanilla extract, some butter, some pineapple in a can. We're gonna need the juice for the pineapples, some cherries. We're gonna need some ramekins where we're gonna put our stuff, some organic brown sugar. I'm using the coconut sugar today. We're gonna need some baking powder, some flour, 2 eggs, and some sugar. So let's get started. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna take our ramekins. And we're gonna take the butter. And this little guy over here. And put some butter on each ramekin, just at the bottom of it. About like a mini teaspoon for everything. And then we're gonna put some brown sugar on top. This is how we're gonna make the caramel that goes in the bottom. So just put about half a teaspoon. And we're gonna put our ramekins in the oven so they can get caramelized. I already preheated my oven at 350. So I'm just gonna put these and let them caramelize for a little bit. While we're waiting for our caramel to be made, we're gonna go ahead and make the rest of the ingredients. So I have over here 8 spoons of butter or 55 grams of butter. Put it on our ramekin. And then I'm gonna add the sugar. I have 200 grams of sugar. And we're gonna add our 2 eggs. I prefer to have the eggs at the room temperature. It just, the cake looks fluffier when it comes out. So we're gonna mix all these little guys over here. Till it all becomes mixed up together. Gotta work your muscles during this part, but it's okay. After we all mixed it up, we're gonna add the juice from the pineapple, the rest of the dry ingredients. So I have some baking powder. And then now I'm gonna start adding my flour. We're gonna start adding our flour little by little. We're gonna start adding our flour little by little. And then we're gonna mix all these little guys together. Then add more. We're gonna start adding more the flour. While we're waiting for our ramekins to make the caramelized sugar in the bottom. So we're just gonna start mixing up all these things together. So after we took off our ramekins, we're gonna go ahead and put the pineapple slices in the bottom, just like this. And then we're gonna follow it by these cherries. Or you can even put any kind of like fruits that you have in the house too. Get creative. But I just like to put the cherry just because when it gets cooked, it looks so much better. So now we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put the mixture on top of the pineapple. Just make sure you're filling it up to 75%, so your cakes will look nice. And then I'm gonna put the rest over here. Try to like even them out as much as possible. Don't worry about the butter that it's floating, because that's not a problem after it gets cooked. It's just gonna look nicer with the butter. So now our last part is to make sure, I'm just gonna use some gloves since it's gonna be a bit I'm gonna use 2 towels since we got this from we just got this from the oven and it's gonna be really hot. Just gonna use 2 towels and make sure that we even out the mixture. texture. So we're just gonna make it look nicer. And then we're gonna put it back in the oven for about 30 minutes to 25. Make sure that it's cooked from the middle, and then the first plate will be ready to serve. For the second recipe, we're gonna start with making the cream first. So I have 250 milligrams of milk, orange, a spoon of maizena or cornstarch, 1 egg, 2 tablespoons of orange juice, 1 teaspoon of butter, and 4 tablespoons of sugar. You're gonna start by mixing the milk. And then we're gonna add the sugar. Some butter. About a spoon of cornstarch. And then we're gonna take some orange zest. The 1 egg, and mix all these guys up. You're gonna mix them till everything combines together, and then the sugar melts. And we're gonna do this before we put it on top of the stove. And for the last part, we're not gonna add the orange juice till everything is cooked together. Over a medium heat, we're gonna be mixing up non-stop till we make our cream. We're making a French cream. It's called the crème pâtissière. So now after, say about 2 minutes, the cream is ready. started getting thicker. So we take it off. So after it's done, it looks like this. We're gonna add our orange juice, the 2 tablespoons of orange juice. I'm gonna mix it well. And after this, we're just gonna cover it just so our cream wouldn't form a coat on top. So I'm just gonna use plate to cover it up. So now we're gonna start making the cake part. We have 150 grams of sugar, 280 of flour. You're gonna need some salt. I'm gonna need 50 milliliters of orange juice, another 150 milliliters of oil, and 14 grams of baking powder and 3 eggs. So now we're gonna start mixing everything all up. Now we have the 280 grams of flour. This much left. And then I'm gonna add my sugar. Oops. Didn't open this the right way, but it's okay. Then I'm gonna add a pinch of salt. Then we're gonna mix all of our dry ingredients together. So that mixes well. Then I'm gonna start adding the oil, the orange juice, and the 3 eggs. You're gonna mix well. I'm gonna mix well till everything is all combined together. Make sure you mix even the bottom of this just to make sure everything is all mixed up. So now we're gonna cover our mold with some butter. Make sure you get the butter all over the place because you don't want your cake to stick to your pan. So perfect. I'm just gonna put a bit of flour. Make sure I distribute the flour around. And then we need to get rid of the excess that we have. Perfect. So after we poured our mixture, now it's time to put the cream on top. You can literally put it in any way you like. I'm just gonna put it like this. Try to make it like even. If you have so I'm just gonna start putting out the cream like this. Try to make